still got a few marks from the bandsaw, so it's not quite true yet. Okay, so that face has all been cut, but that doesn't mean it's flat. Alright, it's quite high in the middle. Alright, that's good enough for now anyway. It's I'll have to true all these surfaces up later on anyway, I think. No, actually I do need that surface to be... Because once I part these rings off, I'm not going to have any way to mount the ring to true up the face. I'll be able to mount the base disc to true up the front face of it to meet the bottom face of the next ring to be glued on, but I won't be able to touch that, so I'm going to use my fairing board, and this is just a flat piece of wood with a piece of 120 grit sandpaper glued to it. And I'll just hold it against there. It's got to cut. You've got to be able to get down to center, so you've got to have your rest down. Okay, at this point there's just one small spot right here that I haven't hit with the sandpaper yet. There's just a little dip there. But that's far enough out that I'm quite sure that's not going to be a problem. So the overall radius is about 6 7/16 or 6 3/8 inches, somewhere in that area. The bottom disc is going to be solid wood this thick, so I can do any shape I want at the bottom as long as I've got wood to turn. The middle ring is not going to be that wide, so I'm going to take half the diameter as the bottom of the base disc. So the diameter is 6 1/2, so I'm going to take 3 1/4. And then I'll take an 1 1/4, I think, for the middle ring. I'm going to be plunging, parting in on an angle about like this. So I want to be I don't want to be right out at this edge when I come through on the other side. I still want to have some width to the top rim surface on this face. So I think that should be good. So I'll just lay out that just a little. Alright, so there's my layout lines for my rings. Parting tool. so I'm using a fairly narrow parting tool, but it's still got over ½ an inch of cross section, so I need to open the kerf up as I go in to allow this flat piece clearance in a curved kerf. And I want to be cutting just about right at the center. With the tool held horizontal. And one thing that's very, very important is I got to cut the outside ring first. So I don't know what I'm doing there. I should be cutting on this one. Because once I separate these two pieces of wood, I've got no way to remount this one. So I've got to cut that outside ring first. Okay, so I'm a long way from being through yet. I'm less than halfway. This is a pretty high friction operation, and this tool is getting pretty hot. I'm probably going to have burn marks on the outsides of these pieces. The more I open that kerf up, the less friction. There. Finally. Okay, so this face is good because that's the face that I dressed, but where I break out, it leaves a pretty ragged edge. So I'll have to be dressing this face after I get it glued on. So that's the first ring cut. Okay, so there's a couple of spots where it banged the rest as it came loose. It may need to be dressed up a bit before there'll be reasonable glue surfaces.